Okay, you got 3 minutes. Hang on, we'll get you out of here. And I'll just start, Maggie, you know, I like all your work, but my daughter hated one of your roles, Taken. She wasn't allowed to date, travel, or even own a cell phone for 2 years. Huh. Okay. One bad joke. It's getting late. And I haven't even had a drink yet because I was being sweet to you guys. I've had 2 mentors my whole green existence with this program that I've been involved with for so many years now. And to have Matt Peterson and Debbie Levin speak about me like that was really, really overwhelming. I got to tell you, they're 2 people that I look up to so much, and to have them talking about me like that was really, really nice. You guys focus and formalize what I do and keep me focused and formalized is really the best way to say it. So thank you guys, the 2 of you, so much. Listening to you, I was both humbled and proud, and it's interesting to be both. But I'm proud of a lot of stuff we do. 10 years ago, Matt and I teamed up and did the Academy Awards. We did this funny little car that nobody knew about, hardly anybody knew about. This crowd knew about, but that's about it. And we had all the celebrities arrive, and at that time they still walked the red carpet. It was so passé. Of course, they're doing green carpets now, but that was my first real big involvement with Global Green, and it's been a great ride ever since, and I just couldn't enjoy it more. I'm proud of the education that I do. Alicia, the manager of our environment for LAcarGUY, we educate 700 employees, and we try to teach them and have them go home and teach their families. We plant gardens and try to teach kids about what the footprint of a locally sourced piece of fruit looks like versus something that gets trucked in. And they just don't know. You know, kids don't garden. My kids didn't garden. So it's really fun. We have, through Grades of Green, we do every Wednesday, all the schools that we're involved with they have to bring a sustainable, zero waste lunch. And so they have to go home and teach their parents. So at work, we teach them to go home and teach their families. The schools, we teach them to go back and teach their parents. And I kind of am trying to team up on it and bring it kind of full circle. And I really like that aspect of the education of it. We do these interesting Christmas barbecues. Our Christmas barbecues are also zero waste. They're put on by Sustainable Works and us, and we produce, basically no trash, about the size of a football for all of our hundreds of employees. And lately we've introduced what really makes it Christmas to me is, as Ed calls it, mulching and the worms and all the fun things you can do with worm poop while we're having lunch. And it's always a big hit. People love to hear about all of the things that they can really do. They're always surprised. Our parties, Car Guys, used to be kind of fun. We used to have kind of crazy parties. Now our parties are just kind of weird. We had a Lexus celebration a couple years ago for being a big hybrid dealer, and they brought shots of wheatgrass. Well, I got to tell you, if wheatgrass is what's going to sustain this and keep this movement going, we're in trouble. That was like a bad hangover. It took about 2 days to get that taste out of my mouth. Cleaning up the beaches is one of my easy ones. Matt mentioned elbow grease. I'm not good at political and international things. I'm a local guy. But our beach cleanups with Heal the Bay are huge for us. We take all of our groups down, and the stores all compete against each other. We have an in-and-out truck then come and reward them for who gathers the most trash. And it's a phone call. Who gathers the most trash, and it's one of those ones that I really enjoy. It's just so local. It's got that flavor to it. And what's different about it now is really what we don't see. We're making a discernible difference, and it's really fun to watch. That's been a fun one. Of course, I'm glad to be the big guy with environmentally friendly cars, whether it's hybrid, plug-in, range extender, clean diesels, all electric, and not only those, but pushing my manufacturing partners to take it that next step and into where we're going next. And I think we really are making a difference. I'm very pleased that all 8 of my manufacturing partners are here today. Where are they out there? By the way, I can't see a thing. It's nothing but lights. So I'm really proud that all of them are here. And they're not only building cars that are interesting and different and helping us change the way we drive and what we drive, but they're building green and LEED certified plants, proper water and waste control. They're really doing a great job of recycling products and plant uses. Major change in how they built cars in the last 10 years, and I'm very proud to be in bed with all of you. So thank you, guys. Big smile for my kids. All 3 of my babies are in business with me. They're all here at the front table. And I'm not supposed to mention my wife, Robin, so I'm not going to say anything about Robin, but I'm going to point at her. She's right down there. If anybody wants to come up and point at her later, table 5, you can do that. She's kind of shy. But back to the kids. The kids are all not only working with me day to day and side by side, but they've also clearly embraced where we're going. And they grew up in the same environment I did. They have the same values, and it's really fun to see that generation of 30-year-olds move on. Thank you, guys. Real quick, I was about 10 or 11 when somebody mentioned the spear in the chest. I don't know anything about a spear, but I was about 10 or 11. I looked like Aiden, little moppy-haired surf weasel. And Aiden, I mean that as a compliment, by the way. And I grew up in Malibu, and we would surf and dive and eat out of the ocean. And I remember our septic tanks were constantly overflowing, and the adults would go, "Oh, it only does it when it rains." And then we'd be out in a boat, and we could dump the Blackwater tank if we were a mile out at sea. And then, of course, we didn't surf river jetties after a big storm because, your ears might hurt for a week. So it was pretty easy as a little guy. I wasn't an environmentalist. It was just like pretty stupid to do what we were doing. It just didn't make any sense, even as a little guy. So I quickly saw that in fact, I could make a difference, and it was relevant. So I think that just the interesting part for me is I wrap big industry that cares with a small local community guy and a tutor like Matt and Debbie and all the groups that we work with that help focus and measure us. What a treat, and we are making a difference, and we can make a difference, and it's really a pleasure to be there. Thanks to all of my partners out there in the room. Thank you so much. Thanks.